is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness, for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. The Psalms are poems and hymns of worship and praise. We opened by visually depicting Psalm 23, which teaches us about the loving care of the Lord. Sure, the writer could have just said in these verses that Jesus takes care of us always. But instead, he powerfully paints a beautiful picture in our minds of the ways the Savior cares for us. A good shepherd will do everything in their power to protect their sheep and to provide them with food and safety, just as the Lord does for us. The scary valley of shadows is where predatory animals menacingly lie in wait to attack. But the shepherd uses his rod and staff to ward off predators and keep his lambs safe. We, like these lambs, can be protected and comforted when the good shepherd is with us. Now, David, who slew Goliath and became a great king, was also a wonderful poet who wrote psalms and put them to music with his lyre and other stringed instruments. He's credited with writing 73 of the Psalms, including the 3 we're discussing today. To further understand the Psalms, let's learn the difference between Greek literalism and Hebrew symbolism. Today, Western civilizations are raised with the same Greek literalistic view of life taught by Socrates and the Greeks around 400 BC. It's the way most of us think, speak, and see the world. Like, I'm hungry. I want an apple. However, David and the other psalmists taught using Hebrew symbolism, which includes incredible imagery. So, instead of just coming out and saying something, they might wax poetic. My stomach yearns for the delicious red orb, whose nectar, like a feast, slays my great hunger. The Hebrew symbolism contains multiple layers, often explaining the same idea in different ways, teaching through repetition, parallelism, opposites, and contrasts to help us see deeper meanings and higher purposes. So sometimes it's necessary to take the psalm and dissect it. Let's take Psalm number 1 and explain some of the parallelism, contrasts, and repetitions that happen in it. Dissection begins in 3, 2, 1. In verse 1, put yourself in this person's position. David says, happy is the person who doesn't follow unrighteous or negative people, who walketh not in that way. Then verse 2 repeats the same idea from a different angle, as someone who loves and follows the Lord and the Scriptures, or delights in the law of the Lord. In verse 3, he paints a picture with words, likening you and me to a productive, healthy tree in a good location. Then in verse 4, he paints the opposite picture. Those who don't follow God are being blown all over the place. Verse 5 parallels verse 4, stating differently what happens to those who don't follow God, giving extra emphasis to the original thought. In verse 6, he again shows both sides, contrasting the righteous with the ungodly. Remember, with such symbolism built into every psalm, there are many other layers of meaning to discover in each one. Have fun exploring. Another suggestion to help us understand the Psalms is to try reading them from different versions of the Bible. You can find them online. So let's study Psalms 22 from the New American Standard Version, which is a modern English translation. This psalm contains an amazing messianic prophecy of what would happen to Christ, and it was fulfilled exactly. My strength is dried up like a piece of pottery, and my tongue clings to my jaws. Do not be far from me, for trouble is near. There is no one to help. I am despised by my people. They divide my garments among them, and they cast lots for my clothing. my God, why have you forsaken me? A band of evildoers has encompassed me. They pierced my hands and my feet. But you, Lord, do not be far away. You who are my help, hurry to my assistance. Gratefully, the Lord found strength in the Psalms, and so can we. Next time, we'll explore some of the musicality of the Psalms.